Good evening, everyone. This is Alan Gustafson. This email should be in your inbox tomorrow morning. I'm going to go through real quick, kind of like this video is about kind of like the idea that I wanted to share with you about the virtual classroom and the distance learning, kind of how I set it up personally for everybody to try to have a schedule and try to set something up. That would be a normal routine. So this is our Google Classroom, the distance learning, and we have our stream right here. As you can see, different people have posted things here, so you always kind of want to read through those. And then here is kind of an important one right here. It's our classwork. And so in our classwork, we have some folders here for art and Ortega. We have these YouTube lessons, Flipgrid topics, shared recipes, reduced stress workouts, math work, and social skills. I'm going to go real quick over here. I have my flow of the classroom down here. Sorry for my fingers. There we go. The flow of the classroom. Merely a suggestion, but feel free to change the flow to meet your daily needs. The session minutes will greatly vary in making the best attempt of estimating. So I have, overall I have, and let me try to get it in there, there we go, 2 sessions. And as you can see, there's some things that I do want to add here, but we're trying to get everybody to get on what we have currently already have set up. But session 1 is about 15 minutes. It's about a 15-minute break, a 15-minute break in between. Usually about 25-30 minutes, 15-minute break, another 25-30-minute lesson. So we have here, we have reducing anxiety and minimizing social distress. All right, and so that would be the very first session. I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom here, and we have down here, we have the social skills, and right down in here is my PDF. So if I click on that, it's going to be opening up, and we want to click on that one right down there. So if we click on that one, we have, and I kind of have the order right up here, so coping skills, we have a book, okay? And read that book, which I'm going to include in the email. I'm going to pop this guy up right now, is our academic pacing goals for textbook reading. So as you can tell, last week, I kind of started right off the bat, but we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and every day there was a different skill. So coping skills 1, 2, and 3, and 4. In the email I'd sent out, don't worry if you're behind and he hadn't started this. Just start on this first Tuesday at skill 1. So that's kind of the idea. That is the first part. And if we go to that class, there's some exercises to do with the students, and that does require parental involvement. The second one, I would hopefully, unless you're really into it, that wouldn't require parental involvement. But we have YouTube channels here. And it's about Tai Chi, yoga, and breathing activities. And we go back to the Google Classroom here. So right after you do the social skills, and let me just, click on that just to make sure. I have this thing that says reduce stress workouts. So if we click here, I have a document here. When you click on that, it's going to open up into this one, and I'm glad my computer's acting fast today. But I have these channels here that I suggested. Everybody has different ones, but these are ones that I've done with some of the students before that really have high anxiety. But these are just some of the ideas that we have there. And let me click off there. So if we go back to the flow of the classroom, so after like about 15-20 minutes of that session, we have the third session is answer the Flipgrid question. So I had been kind of easy the first week as far as Flipgrid, but if we go into our Flipgrid, usually it's going to be based the topics upon these coping skills and what we can do around our house. So if I go in here, and I have my Flipgrid account right up here. So this is my account. Anyways, that would be the first session. So it's about a little bit slightly over an hour with a 15-minute break for whatever they need to do. But that would be session number 1. Okay, our next session is a little bit more academic. It's 45 minutes on, 10-minute break, and 45 minutes. So our first one that we're going to do here is called the Typing Club. It's a pretty cool website. The interaction that I need from you guys is that it only works basically for what I'm assigning you. So I can assign you more, so if you can give me some communication and feedback on the assignments that I can give you. But yeah, so I'm going to go over here, and where's my Typing Club? Oh, there it is. So as you can see, I'm here and I'm checked in here. I can go through and just go back to the home page, but there we go. Just clicks me right back in. But this is the Typing Club website. So if we go there and we do 15 minutes of that, and that should be independent to set them up and get them to work. Our next one is Achieve 3000 reading articles. We have 2 articles per day here. So here's the idea behind Achieve. I'm going to log into my account. And there's my class. This one would need parental involvement because basically the skill level of reading might be too hard. It's supposed to adjust to the student's reading level, but I'm new to this, so I'm not sure what sometimes students are seeing on the other end. But as you can see, all of these assignments were here last week, and it goes in to all of these. So it's like 2 per day. And get in here, come on, May. There we go. So I tried to pick like kind of topics like that the students had liked, but also to some health science, some money, some voting, political stuff, and also to some stuff about manga and that type of stuff. But it's usually 2 per day. So we go back to the flow of the classroom. We have here typing, Achieve for 15 minutes, and then back into our Google Classroom. I have a thing called Kitchen Math. And if I go here, that is down here. Sorry. There we go. Math book. And then I got this lovely little math book. If I click it open here, I got Kitchen Math, and then it goes right into it. And it has, these are the lessons here. So it's actually a really cool book. And if you go, well, what's my pace in this? Again, I have the pacing guide right here. So with the pacing guide, if you're looking at it, you'd say Tuesday, Skill 1, pages 3 through 11, Kitchen Math, lessons 1 and 2, which is pages 6 and 8. I do have the Achieve website right there, and then it goes to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The idea is that, yeah, I'd give the students a couple of times like these little Google quizzes just to check up on them. And so there we have all of that information. Okay, but if you look here, and I'm going to go back to the Google Classroom now. Let me click that out and get out of there. Okay, if we look to the Google Classroom again, this section right here, I'm going to be working pretty hard on this one here. But the YouTube lessons, they're actually meant for like, technically like, hey, you know what, I need to step out, I need to do work, or I need to do this, a lot of different things, and trust me, I know about that, going on at a household while you're trying to do a classroom. So this is meant to say, hey, watch this documentary, it's 15 minutes, I'll be back here, I need to take care of some business. And I'm going to try to be building these as fast as I can, but this is kind of meant as kind of like an extracurricular situation. And then I also have here too, Flipgrid is also too, I know sometimes that people are like, what? But if you can teach your child to comment on other people's, it's really nice for them to see each other, and I'd hope that they would comment on each other's and say hello and get talking and communication skills more up. The next one here is shared recipes and video posting. I'm going to be marinating another pork. I am uncomfortable with having a YouTube station, and so once it got uploaded, I like deleted it from my YouTube station. It basically doesn't have a home anymore. So if you click on my pork sirloin, it's gone, because I was just like, oh, I want this out of here. I don't want to have like a ton of videos of me on the internet. And yeah, a ton of videos of me on the internet, including this one for the whole world to see. But yeah, so it would be great. And in fact, this week I'm going to be doing Devin's taco. Next weekend I'm going to be doing George's shake. So if we can post maybe some videos of people doing recipes, I think it would be awesome to have students kind of share some of that stuff. But that is kind of the flow that I'm talking about. George is building something as well as the same as far as our distance learning here. I've sent this before. Tomorrow you're going to get the high school schedule, the hours of technical high school, which doesn't apply to families. It's just like, hey, you know what? This is kind of the expectations. And then I'm also going to be sending you this video and this distance learning pacing guide, as well as the flow of the classroom. Looking at this, saying social skills, first session, second session, third session, and then the second session, typing, achieve, and the math PDF. That's an 11-minute video, guys. Sorry to bore you for so much about this, but that's just kind of the idea. All right, thank you so much, and have a wonderful night.